bright like Luna Park on a Friday night. I tried to speak, but all I knew was, baby, can I walk with you? From Corbin Place we took it slow, past some laughs and radio. The waves were singing soft and true, and every step was something new. Oh, saddle shoes, poodle skirt, you made my teenage heart go berserk. By the boardwalk, by the sea, you were walking right next to me. Whoa, Brighton Beach moon, we fell in rhythm way too soon. Do-wop, darling, sweet and true. Coney Island gave me you. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. We rode the wonder wheel up high, touching clouds in a cotton candy sky. You held the rail, I held my breath. That little car swung left and left. Then you laughed and said my name. Hey, don't you go to Lincoln same. I said, no way, that can't be right. But there you were in homeroom light. We named some friends one by one, Joey, Rose, and Frankie Dunn. Turns out the world was small and sweet, two hearts living on the same street. Oh, saddle shoes, poodle skirt, you made my teenage heart go berserk. By the boardwalk, by the sea, you were walking right next to me. Whoa, Brighton Beach moon, we fell in rhythm way too soon. Do-wop, darling, sweet and true. Coney Island gave me you. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. The cyclone roared, the jukebox cried, but I heard angels by my side. Same old school, same old crowd, still you felt like a brand new cloud. And when the tide rolled in that night, Brooklyn sparkled silver bright. I knew before the evening passed, first hello could be built to last. Oh, saddle shoes, poodle skirt, you made my teenage heart go berserk. From Corbin Place to Brighton Sand, I was dreaming hand in hand. Whoa, wonder wheel blue, round and round I fell for you. Do-wop, darling, sweet and true. Coney Island gave me you. Do-wop, 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 do-wop. Sha-la-la, 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 sha-la-la. Same school bells, same old friends, but that boardwalk never ends. Sha-la-la, do-wop, do-wop. Coney Island gave me you. Do-wop, do-wop. Coney Island gave me you.
That was the latest song by Kev K57. Can I have a sound check, guys? I'm trying our new microphone out again. Gotta get used to it. One, two, three, four, five. Testing tongue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, thanks, Kev. Brilliant. Like your new song, mate. Like it a lot. Ribey's going to be a little bit late. Sprung it on him. Well, didn't spring it on him. He knew it was 8 o'clock. What time is it now? Oh, 1 minute past. You can tell he wasn't in the armed forces, can't you, Kev? Let's
From the hills of Spain where the guitars cry to the Nordic winds under endless sky, we were carved from stone, from blood, from flame, not built in offices with a borrowed name. From Irish songs in the pouring rain to the Balkan drums that echo pain, every street, every tongue, every sacred ground has a story deep they can't drown out. They draw their lines in Brussels halls, but don't hear the ancient voices call. We are more than stars in a circle blue. We are roots that break right through. We are the roots of 1,000 nations. Voices older than their regulations. From Roman roads to Viking seas, we are history, we are free. You can rewrite what's in our veins. You can erase our native names. We stand as one, but not the same. Europe lives in every flame. French cafes where the poets spoke, German steel and the craftsman's oath, polished fields where the courage stands, Italian art shaped by human hands, Dutch canals that defy the tide, Greek old gods that still reside, every culture a living flame, not just numbers in a bureaucrat's game. They speak of unity, uniform design, but forget the soul they can't define. We are not copies, we won't comply. We are the truth they can't deny. We are the roots of 1,000 nations. Voices older than their regulations. From Roman roads to Viking seas, we are history, we are free. You can rewrite what's in our veins. You can erase our native names. We stand as one, but not the same. Europe lives in every flame. Not against, but not erased. Not a number, not replaced. We remember who we are. From village square to battle scar, let the flags rise, let them fly. Not divided, but not denied. Unity and truth, not control. 1,000 cultures, one shared soul. We are the roots of 1,000 nations, beyond their laws and limitations. From ancient stones to city lights, we carry centuries in our rights. No silent voice, no broken chain, no forced future will remain. Europe breathes in every name, then we will never be the same.
Can you give us a couple of minutes of your time, JST? But if you're tired, I understand. You get off to bed and rest. You've done a fantastic job today. I recorded quite a bit of your live feed, just in case. Of course, mate. You've done well. Proud of you. I can always show some of your clip, stuff like that. No, you've done well, mate. Look forward to a full report tomorrow evening when you're rested. You take care, my friend. Okay, 5 hours. Don't know if we'll still be here in 5 hours, but we might be. You go get a rest, mate. Thank you very much. You're a hero, and please call me GA. We're the same rank. I'm just older than you. Well, not just, quite a bit older than you. Oh, God, where do the years go? You'll say that one day. They all say it one day. That's my brother, GST. Okay, I'll go and check it as soon as I get a moment, mate. I'm not talking to you. Google is trying to talk to me now. I'm not talking to you. I've got Alexa, I've got Google, and I've got Sam, and they all recognize my voice. Yeah. There's my girl. 3, 6, 7. 7 hearts. Great. I'm looking forward to coming to Ulster and meeting you, Kirsty. I really am. Perhaps you'll let me buy you a drink. But you must remember, I am a married man and I've been neutered. Okay? So, and the age difference, too big an age difference. Ulster rocks. Oh, yeah, we should have an Ulster song, shouldn't we? No. Before we start talking, I'm going to play my favourite song. Oh no, I know which one I'm going to play. I like this one as well. This is one of Kev's. Not going to play violent ones just yet. Where is it? Don't hide from me. There it is. This is fabulous. I love this one.
She walked alone in the city's glow.
A world apart where dreams don't grow.
He saw her from across the street.
A love he thought was out of reach.
But something in her eyes he knew, a spark that whispered, "I'm for you." Yet fear held them both in its hold, afraid to show, afraid to unfold a love out of reach in different worlds. Yet something there they both unfurled, a secret kept, a hidden flame. In the shadows they play the same game. She wandered through the crowd at night, her heart aching but out of sight. He followed silent, a step behind,
His heart beating, a rhythm to find. But something in her eyes he knew, a spark that whispered, "I'm for you." Yet fear held them both in its hold, afraid to show, afraid to unfold a love out of reach in different worlds. Yet something there they both unfurled, a secret kept, a hidden flame. In the shadows they play the same game. They play the same game.
She took a step, a silent plea.
He reached out a hand to see.
In that moment they both found
a love that had been long unbound. A love out of reach in different worlds. Yet something there they both unfurled, a secret kept, a hidden flame. In the shadows they play the same game.
city's glow, they found their way.
A love out of reach, now here to stay.
God, I love that song. And I like this number, They'll Have to Wait. Guess better talk about Simon only for a couple of minutes, though. You know, back in the early days, I thought there might have been a bit more to Simon than there was. I thought he had that, I thought I saw in him something like me, yeah. But he's nothing like me, is he? Nothing at all. I pity Simon, I really do. I just realised what his grift is, and I'm not going to fall for it. No, this time I'm not going to do another response video towards Simon. Why should I? How does Simon make his money? How does Simon grift? I'll tell you how Simon grifts. Fed up with this word grifting, to be honest, but here's how he makes his money. He's entitled to make it any way he can, yeah. He winds up people like Paul Thorpe to get a reaction. And what is war good for? Well, not absolutely nothing. War is good for the arms dealers. On YouTube, conflict and drama is good for clicks and ad revenue. If I write an article, a well thought out article, I'll never forget being a writer. I can't. It's hardwired into me. If I make a video about something I think is topical from around the world, it'll get very few views. If I put Paul Thorpe's name in the title or Richard Inman, I'll get thousands of views. Thousands. For a small channel, that's good. It'll bring in a lot of subscribers, but all those people want to hear about is Paul Thorpe and Richard Inman. Likewise, over on Paul Thorpe's channel, is people like him to take a pop at people like me, Dina Bain, Gobster, and Vindicator. So we get lots of it. So it's kind of feeding each other in a way, and it's not a game I want to play. I want to bring you the news. I want to bring you people's thoughts, ordinary people's thoughts, like ours, like yours, like mine. No, who am I kidding? I'm not ordinary. I'm something else. I don't know what, but it's not normal. If my wife is to be believed, there is. Oh, by the way, where's my wife? She's not here. She's away for a fortnight. She just sent me this. Can I see? Can you see it? I got the torch on. Get that off. How do you get that off? Don't want the torch on. Well, there. That's where she is. She just sent me that. That's from her hotel room. She's flying out from Cardiff tomorrow, but she is staying in an hotel. It doesn't matter which hotel she's staying in, but she's staying in an hotel tonight, so she doesn't have to get up and travel first thing in the morning. What a kerfuffle. What a kerfuffle. Getting her to go. Get that torch off. Done. No. Off. Yeah, what we'll be talking about. Oh, Simon. Oh. I'm sorry about this, guys. Oh, right. My sister-in-law. Right. Simon Tomlin. Yeah, we were talking about Simon. Yeah, so that's how they do it. We feed off each other. We feed off each other. I could make a response now to Simon saying whatever he said to me. I've got no interest in going over to read it because it'll be more of the same. There'll be bent coppers and stuff like that. Understand he's talking about Searchlight. I know more about Searchlight than Simon ever does. If you go over to my old blogspot, you'll find links to half a dozen PDF files I produced documenting who was behind Searchlight. Jerry Gable. It'll tell you about the affair that Jerry Gable's wife had with a National Front member. He didn't like that. Good Jewish man and his wife knocking around with a National Front activist. That was big. Do you remember that, Rabbi? Can you remember that? Rabbi's got a better memory than me. Much better memory. So I've got a lot of information on Searchlight. He said he was once written about in Searchlight in 1990. God knows how many times they wrote about me and Hope Norrate and the UAF. They dedicated whole websites to me. And I still don't remember Simon Tomlin from back then. So why should I care about what someone like Simon Tomlin says? A fantasist, yeah. A fantasist. If he wants to believe that he's a writer, an author, let him. If he wants to think that everyone is on the grift, let him, yeah. If he thinks that we're all MI5 agents, let him. He's just a deluded, sad man. Don't hate Simon. Pity him. Pity him. He knows where I am if he wants to come and talk to me anytime. And now we move on, guys, shall we? Right. I'm going to put some music on because I've got to check my email a moment. So we're going to go over to, let's go over to here and let these guys carry on for a while.
Keir Starmer stands tall in a suit of grey, talks of tolerance while faith is pushed away. The king nods on with a hollow crown, says God save the king, while the old truths drown. Church bells fade, now they barely ring. Silent hours where choirs used to sing. Musks rise high through the London mist, while they whisper the old world won't be missed. They turn from the cross, from the crown, from the throne. GoPro is alarm while they sell their own. England's people betrayed in the night, their land, their culture fading from sight. Starmer and the king, side by side they stand, while the people cry out, this is our land. Passports turned to an open door. Boats keep coming, still more and more. In Rotherham streets, in Rochdale towns, silence lingers while truth is drowned. Multiculture's the future, they proudly say, while old England slowly slips away. From Leeds to Bradford, the voices cry, identity lost as the years go by. They close the churches, fling borders wide, and the people are left with nowhere to hide. Where's the lion? Where's England's flame? The towers still stand, but it's not the same. King Charles III waves while the crowds all cheer, but behind closed doors a shift is clear. They turn from the cross, from the crown, from the throne, go pro-Islam while they sell their own. England's people betrayed in the night, their land, their culture fading from sight. Starmer and the king, side by side they stand, while the people cry out, this is our land. Oh, England, rise, don't sleep through the fall. The ones at the table don't speak for all. The cross may fade, the crescent may rise, but England wakes, and it won't be denied.
That is interesting, GMAC. Are you one of our old writers from the website I set up, the British Resistance? That was my channel, my website. It replaced the Home of the Green Arrow and Friends. It was only the BNP website had more views than ours. I think at the end we were overtaking it. All right, okay. It's just anyone interested in reading some of the articles I myself wrote, and some of our other team writers. We had lots of writers by then. We were big. You can still view them on the Wayback Machine, or hunt for them in the British Library. They've got them as well. Right. Kev, I just read it, mate. Thanks for that. I'll look into it. I'm a bit pushed for time at the moment. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, GMAC. When you're churning out articles, you know that you could have polished them given more time, but you never do have time, do you? Yes. I look forward to your comments every day, GMAC. You're one of the few people who dives deep into the archives. And I've also noticed your comments where you suggest that we resurrect some of our earlier videos. That was a good idea. No, everybody's somebody, mate. Everybody is somebody. Everybody is somebody. Believe me, everybody's got a story. If you were to come up to the mic now, and I bet you've got a few stories to tell. Do you want to come up to the mic? You're with friends. Trust me, these are good people. If they weren't, I wouldn't have this channel. No, you're not a nobody. I will look into it, Kev, promise. I'm not talking about your comments, I'm on about GMAC. Seriously, Ribba, you should have a look at some of the comments on our earlier videos. GMAC goes deep diving. Yeah, he's never happy with me, that's for sure. Anyhow, I said I had some news for you, so hold on, guys. I've had an email. I've been talking to, I don't know whether I should say. I was hoping he might pop in tonight. I've just had an email. I'll read it out. Hi, Paul. Well, I put the kids to bed around 8 p.m. each night. If you wish to have me on your channel, let me know. More than happy to talk about how Restore Britain is going on in there. I won't say the place yet. Recent events, opinions, and my oddball character. Kind regards, and I won't use the man's name yet until he decides. I've replied to him asking him if he'd like to come on our show tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. after he's put his children to bed. It'd be really, really great. Hopefully, he would be the first of many. Anyhow, I've sent that reply. I'll let you know if he replies to that. Okay, then. I didn't see if, would you like to come up and speak, G-Mac? Honestly, one of the best ways to do something is to jump straight in. Yeah. Of course, sometimes if you can't swim and you jump straight in, there's a chance you'll drown. But if you look like drowning, I promise you, I'll pull you out. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to show your face at all. Guido, I notice your comments around the place as well. No, I haven't had time to look at Saskia. I understand that she's well thought of. I made a mistake. I saw SAS and, well, I assumed, and you should never assume anything in this game. You should check your facts. But I was that pissed off with it. I just wanted to get the video out. I did correct the mistake in the description. If you learn anything, well, that should make it easier for you on the bevies. Wow, I haven't heard that word for a while, going out on the bevy. I mean, how many sheets under the wind are you? Yeah. We have indeed. Griffin, Dowson, Golden, Brian Keresh, Andrew Bronze, the MEP we interviewed. Wow. The constitutional guys, didn't we do them as well? We've interviewed them all in our time. Trying to think who we didn't interview at one time or another. God, I hated doing those interviews. Back then, guys, I still don't like my own voice. But even back then, Ribeye wouldn't do interviews. He wouldn't interview guests. And so I'd be stuck with it. But sometimes I might be able to talk someone else into doing an interview with what I consider to be a better voice. But in the end, it'd be down to me. Yeah. Disappointed in Brian Gerrish myself. I am disappointed in Brian Gerrish. I met him once, interviewed him once, and I would have thought, because I think Brian Gerrish is an ex-naval officer as well, and I was a little bit disappointed in him, I think his writing is better than his manner. I don't know. Weirdo, I would really like to talk to Steve Laws. I really would. If only because Bed Copper Simon hates him. So that means I'd like to talk to him. I don't know if he's got a channel. I'd be more than prepared to go over to Steve's channel and talk to him. Or for Steve to come over here. I just sit quiet and let him talk and listen. Ah, yes, Andrew Bronze. Andrew disappointed me at the end, Ribeye. You know, I asked him why he didn't support us when we were fighting tooth and nail for him and Nick Griffin. And he said he wanted to stay out of it and not take sides in the battle. He just wanted to see who'd win. He let me down. He was a gentleman. No doubt about it, Andrew Bronze was a gentleman. He would make a good MP. But he's not an individual thinker. He just needs to be told what to do. Ribeye Rob. Yes, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely. He's been in the game a long, long time, as long as I can remember. But they go their way. Yes, I did meet Jonathan Bowden twice in Wales. He used to wear a runestone. I think he was an Odinist. There was a few Odinists around then. What was that guy's name? You know the one I mean, code name. The code name. Ribeye, what was his code name? Dylan. Remember Dylan? Now that was MI5 or MI6. Yes, I met Jonathan Bowden twice. He used to wear a runestone around his neck. As I said, met him twice. I talked to him once, and I was at a meeting in Bridgend, and he wanted to know, the organizer who was with us at the time, the organizer for Bridgend, I was there as the Green Arrow. I used to give speeches then, and they used to be quite well received. And there's a speech of me I made in 2010 somewhere on this channel. And he said to, did I ask my, one of us asked him what he was going to talk about. And Jonathan said, pick a subject and I'll talk about it. And I think we talked about replacement back then. And he got up and he spoke for a very long time about it. No script, no notes, no bullet points. He just spoke. He was brilliant. Saxon Thor sometimes plays little clips. I'm sure I've heard Saxon Thor playing little clips of Jonathan Bowden. Died before his time. He was a great speaker, great personality to have a beer with. Died before his time, a great loss to British nationalism. Yeah, I hope names like Jonathan Bowden are remembered, that's for sure. Larry Nunn. Oh, we're going back in. We're going back all over the place. Are we, Ribeye? We're going back all over the place. What's this business about? I don't know. Let's have a song while I go and check some stuff. Would be great if that guy who wants to come on our channel comes on our show Monday. Our show. What is it? A show? I don't know what it is. It's a drop-in bar, isn't it? Hey, Kirsty, I'm watching you. Did I ever tell you about my insane jealousy? Only joking, girl. Saxon is red hot. He's brilliant. I'd like to have a pint with Saxon one day, that's for sure. Him and I suspect have got more in common. And only he speaks about, I think he may well be more outspoken in what I would say are similar beliefs. Yeah, that's it, yeah. I've got to be protective to keep this channel going. Saxon Thor doesn't mind being knocked down and building another one again. That's been his life. Yeah. Well done to Larry Nunn. I haven't had a drink for a while, Twinkle Toes. I've stopped drinking on the shows. Ribeye made me. So if you wonder why I'm miserable these days and I don't smile, even though my wife's gone away and I should be laughing and dancing, it's because I've got no rum. I wonder. I'm going to take a photograph and I'll show you some. Oh, no, I can't. Because if I ever got out, if my wife ever saw the photograph, she would kill me. In my opinion, and this is just my opinion, it's got to be Woods Navy rum. That is, and I have a terrible job getting it. I have to order it from Amazon. Even I've begged local shops to order it, and I've told them I'll order 1 bottle a day. And they took a look at the price and the profit margin. They said, well, no, I don't. Definitely the best. Problem is at Christmas, people always want to buy me rum, which is not a problem. But it doesn't matter how often I tell them, don't get me, what they call it, that rum with flavour in. Spiced rum. I detest spiced rum. Our local cooperative does a really cheap rum, bottled rum, and it's still better than spiced rum. Lamb's is second rate. It's got to be Woods. The Wicker Man is asking for Saxon Thor's new channel. Have you got it available? Twinkle Toes Tula. I like that. Wicker Man, that was a good film, that was, wasn't it? What was the name of the actor? Can't remember. Yeah. Great for its time, I thought. From being based out in the Caribbean, I believe. I was in the Navy when they still had rum issue. The admiral who stopped it, his name was Admiral Le Fanu, F-A-N-U. You can look it up if you like. Anyhow, he stopped the bloody rum. What was happening was in naval dockyards, the police, no great lovers of the Navy, obviously, especially on a Saturday night, even with the shore patrol. They started stopping our vehicles coming in and out because they knew at sort of 12 o'clock every day, our drivers would have had their lunchtime tot. You get it at lunchtime, and they'd be over the limit. And obviously as well, because of the equipment we were handling, they didn't like the idea of sailors being off-cut on a tumbler of rum every day. But they give us an extra 2 cans of beer. I don't know how many cans we'd have, so we could get more cans of beer. I was lucky enough to be on a ship, HMS Kettleston, with the skipper, Stafford. He was a wise old dog. He said that we lost a few barrels of rum in a storm. And every now and again, he'd break open one of these cases of rum, and we'd get rum when we was on fishery protection still, after it was stopped in the rest of the Navy. Tot time was a really interesting time. You would, if someone done you a favour, you would offer them a sipper or a gulper. A sipper was that. So if someone done a small favour for me, I'd pass in my glass of rum and say, have a sipper, and they'd take a sip. If they'd done a big favour, they could have a gulper, which was chug a good third of it down. But that had to be a real big favour. And that was sippers and gulpers. Yeah, not in my Tesco's, mate. Not in my Tesco's Pig and Run. £34. God, I should have stocked up on there a few years ago. The other thing you could do, you always knew how popular you were on a ship when you had rum, because if you were under punishment, one of the first things they would do is stop your rum. You'd become what they called a man under punishment. Well, if you were under punishment and your rum was stopped, you could always judge how well liked you were, because at rum time, the rum would come down in a big, what we call fannies, after Sweet Fanny Adams, the one who was murdered way back in time. They called them fannies, Fanny Adams. And the rum would be in it, and it would be labelled out there for the rum bosun. And an empty tot glass would be placed on the table, which is like plastic, hard plastic, you know. I don't see it so much these days, what they call it. And an empty glass would be put on the table, and they would draw around it in a chinograph, a circle, and they would label it MUP, man under punishment. And as people got their tot, they would tip a little tiny bit of their tot in your glass. If you were well liked, sometimes you'd wind up with 2.5, 3 tots of rum. They'd have to get 3 glasses. If you had done something the crew didn't like, then that glass would be empty, and maybe only a few of the real close shipmates would tip a bit of their rum in for the man. Yeah. I was always getting into scrapes. But I also got lots of rum as well. Oh dear. Happy days. Happy days. Yes, she was horrifically murdered, Sweet Fanny Adams. And that's where the saying Sweet F.A. comes from. Sweet Fanny Adams. Sweet. F-hole, you know what it means. Yeah, China graphs, yeah, on the thing. They write in reverse. I hadn't thought of the word China graph for a long time. Simon's on there, but he uses time. I know, Nintendan. Since when is a British lion worried about a yapping jackal like Simon Tomlin? Yeah. He's invited me to go see him. If he's challenged me to a duel, I get to choose the weapons. I could get tickling sticks or something like Ken Dodd would say and tickle him to death. But I wouldn't. I know exactly what weapon I would choose. And he wouldn't like it one little bit. Let's see. We'll have to see. What's happening here? No, Reaper, I was never in the barrel. I tried, but they wouldn't have me. I also never saw the Golden Rivet. Oh, I think we'd be a little bit closer than that. A little bit closer. I wonder if... No, we're not talking about it. I'm trying to forget all about him. I'm not even going to go over there. I mean, what he's trying to do is elicit a response from me. You have a look at the views for the video of him attacking me. People will go over there, see what he said about me, then they'll come over here to see what I say about him. That's what some people do. It's all about the drama, isn't it? Oh, do we really care? CG Mac, there you make a mistake. You think because I'm 77 that I'm unable to defend myself. That mistake could be fatal. I'm fitter now than I was when I was 50, that's for sure. And I'm even more confident in my abilities. I've done a lot of fighting in my time, a lot. I could tell you a story that would curdle your blood about one street fight I had. It involved a bus and me telling the driver to drive on. No, I can't tell you these things, but never underestimate an old man. Quite a few people found out with my father and when he was in his 80s. But you're right. How old is Simon, by the way? I don't know. Oh, Kirsty, I could come in wearing a bin liner on my head and you say you love it. I'd say the same about you. You could wear anything and I'd say you look beautiful. But it's sweet of you to say so. Thank you. I've had this hat now for... How long have I had this hat, Ribeye? 2007? 19 years. My wife bought it for me in Puthcall. A long time. Australian bush hat. I think she paid £22. Now, I never ever thought my wife would be the kind to buy me a hat. I used to wear baseball bats, different baseball bats. And then we was in a shop and she just come over. She said, try that on. It went on my head then and it's really off. I wear it around the house and everything. He won't give a response. There's only two things I'd ask Simon Tomlin if I was to go on his show. And one would be, why does he hate Rupert Lowe and Restore Britain? That's the first question I'd ask him. And the second question would be, what is your solution? Only 2 questions I would ask him. He could try and divert the conversation back to the BNP and things like that, or the Tommy Tards or the Bent Coppers. It's always the same tired old script with Simon, isn't it? Same tired old script. I'm going to practice taking him off. I could have a bit of fun with that. Yeah, those are the 2 questions I'd ask him. What do you think he'd say? What do you think he'd say? Oh, Steve Lowe's looking for him. Jenny. Told you about Jenny, didn't I? When I sailed for the Far East. Told you about the Dear John letters. Yeah, that was sad, some of that. Oh, Jenny. We sit in the coffee bar. I think that's why I like FK57's diners. Reminds me of the coffee bar I used to sit in Plymouth with Jenny Clark. Oh, I wish to God she could watch this video. If she's still around. A year younger than me, so she'd be 76. None at all. Quite true, 404. Quite true, 404. You think he's in his 50s? Well, how old was he then back in the BNP days? Life on Mars. Bondo had a French letter once, only once. Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't accused me of working for him. Yeah. Oh, well, I suppose it's giving Paul Thorpe a rest, isn't it, if he's having a go at me? Yeah. Oh, right. That's what we got to do, guys. Have you guys seen the Daily Bollocks today? Yeah. Have you guys seen the Daily Bollocks? Have you, Ribeye? I'll do it. Come on, Paul. Get a grip. Over here. I was going to show you something else, but now we want to go look for the... Oh, come on, Paul. Cut me some slack. Daily Bollocks. It's a name for a channel, isn't it? I thought this was good. Or did it? Ah, this is it. Oh. See this. Do that. Right, guys, we're going over to the Daily Bollocks now. Yeah.
Okay, let's jump right into this explainer and unpack what political watchers are calling a totally baffling phenomenon in British politics right now. We're looking at this relentless push from certain online commentators and micro-parties for a right-wing political pact. But here's the catch. According to observers, this pact has absolutely zero chance of actually happening. So why loudly demand an alliance that is guaranteed to be rejected? Well, today, we're going to explore how analysts suggest this isn't necessarily about political unity at all. It's actually a calculated strategy for survival. We'll be breaking this down into 5 quick parts: the crowded right, the unity playbook, attaching to winners, the split vote scapegoat, and finally, the drama economy. Section 1, the crowded right, post-election reality. To really understand this ecosystem, we have to rewind to the May 7th local elections. Those results severely disrupted the balance of power among emerging political parties in the UK. I mean, the playing field completely shifted overnight. The numbers show undeniable massive momentum for Nigel Farage's Reform UK, making historic gains across places like Wigan and Havering. But just as importantly, they highlight a stunning local victory for Rupert Lowe's newly launched Restore Britain. They actually won all 11 seats in Great Yarmouth. It's clear the voters really backed these specific vehicles. Now you can see an incredibly stark contrast here. On one side, we have post-election winners like Restore Britain, claiming 130,000 members, generating buzz with backing from high-profile figures like Elon Musk, and most importantly, actually winning seats. Compare that to Ben Habib's Advance UK. Political watchers point out they have 0 elected seats, they're really struggling for organic traction, and critically, they just lack a unique set of policies to differentiate themselves from Reform or Restore. Moving on to Section 2, the Unity Playbook, Anatomy of a Strategy. This massive power imbalance brings us to the core strategy currently being utilised by Advance UK and allied YouTube commentators like Paul Thorpe and Liam Tufts. Finding themselves on the losing end of all this momentum, they've initiated what commentators are calling the Unity Playbook. But it really begs the question, why are these figures publicly and often aggressively begging for a merger with Nigel Farage and Rupert Lowe, knowing full well they'll be rejected? I mean, why spend all your airtime demanding an impossible pact? Well, independent commentators have analysed their broadcasts and identified a highly specific playbook built on 3 distinct pillars to answer that exact question. They are a sheer desperation to attach to actual winners, preemptive scapegoating for future electoral failures, and finally, farming the drama economy for online engagement. So let's dive into Section 3, attaching to winners, the coattail strategy. Analysts argue that because Advance UK basically has no organic ground game or unique electoral pull of its own, their only viable route to relevance is riding the coattails of those who do. Behind the scenes, sources show Advance UK previously tried to absorb Rupert Lowe by actually offering him the leadership of their party. But Lowe gave him a hard no, choosing instead to officially launch Restore Britain as a completely independent entity. That definitive no forced Advance UK and its online allies to pivot from making private offers to making incredibly loud public demands for unity. You can literally see this desperation to attach to momentum happening in real time. Fringe online networks and commentators rushed to align themselves with Lowe the very second he broke away to form his own party. As highlighted by The Guardian, ethno-nationalist influencers were tweeting things like, "Rupert Lowe is our leader, get in line." Observers note this is just a blatant attempt to tether their own struggling relevance to Lowe's proven electoral success. Which brings us to Section 4, Split Vote Scapegoat, Preparing for Defeat. This second pillar acts as a preemptive defence mechanism against the very real mathematical threat of a split vote. Just look at the polling recognition data. Nigel Farage sits at a massive 76% public recognition. Rupert Lowe is 8%. And Ben Habib, their recognition is considered totally negligible. A Tory strategist pointed out that even 3% of the vote going to a micro-party could actually allow the Labour Party to win tight races. Because Advance UK has virtually no recognition, they are effectively positioned to act as a spoiler. Analysts suggest this power imbalance makes them a massive liability for the broader right-wing movement, and honestly, they know it. So how exactly do they solve the problem of being the spoiler? By aggressively pleading for unity on YouTube, commentators like Thorpe and Tufts are setting up a very clever narrative. They're framing themselves as the selfless patriots who just want everyone to work together. Conversely, independent watchers point out they're actively painting Farage and Lowe as villains, claiming they're driven entirely by establishment egos and just want to be the Lone Ranger. Observers highlight this as a brilliant piece of strategic scapegoating. If the right-wing vote gets split and they lose the next general election, well, Advance UK has already laid the groundwork. They can just point to their rejected pacts and blame the actual winners, Farage and Lowe, for refusing to unite. Critics argue this perfectly masks their own irrelevance and shifts the blame for any future electoral failure right onto the people who actually won. Let's move on to Section 5, the drama economy, grifting for engagement. Finally, independent commentators suggest this constant cycle of political betrayal and infighting isn't just a bug in their system, it's actually a core business model for these YouTube channels. The data paints a clear picture of a manufactured soap opera, perfectly tracking the dramatic rise and fall of a recent digital meltdown. This packed narrative creates highly emotional content that keeps viewers absolutely hooked. Let's walk through this exact timeline to see how the drama economy functions in the wild. Right, step 1 and 2. When Rupert Lowe officially announced his independence, the facade of peaceful unity completely dropped. On Paul Thorpe's channel, his co-host Richard Inman went on an explosive tirade. He labelled Lowe's decision unforgivable, called it treachery, and referred to the people involved as treasonous wretches. I mean, this is highly charged, super emotional language designed specifically to keep an audience outraged and, more importantly, engaged. But here's where the strategy hit a brick wall. The data proves this explosive meltdown backfired spectacularly. Instead of rallying the base, this aggressive attack on Lowe cost Paul Thorpe's YouTube channel nearly 500 subscribers in just a 10-day period. The audience wasn't buying the outrage, which leads us to step 4, the U-turn. Panicking over the sudden loss of his audience, and let's be real, his revenue base, Thorpe executed what independent commentators mockingly called a 99.9% U-turn. Actually, scratch that, it was a complete 180. He completely abandoned the treachery narrative. Instead, he suddenly published content claiming he actually agreed with 99.9% of the man they'd just been insulting. He even went as far as saying he'd love for Lowe to be Prime Minister. To wrap up the whole engagement cycle, Thorpe and Inman then pivoted straight into playing the victim. To farm sympathy from whoever was left in their audience, they spent actual airtime reading out mean comments they'd received. They attempted to paint themselves as the persecuted victims of the exact division and hostility that they just manufactured on their own channel. Section 6. The bottom line, a win-win grift. So, bringing it all together, the bottom line and why it's a win-win grift, when you step back and look at it objectively, analysts point out this packed propaganda is essentially a brilliant win-win scenario for these channels. If by some absolute miracle Farage or Lowe agree to a pact, Advance UK gets a free ride to political relevance without having to build any real ground game. But when the pact inevitably fails, they get to play the martyrs. They get to blame those establishment egos for splitting the vote, preemptively clearing their own names, all while milking the resulting outrage for YouTube views, clicks and subscribers. Which leaves us with a pretty provocative thought. The next time your social media feed is filled with political figures loudly demanding impossible alliances and screaming about betrayal, ask yourself, are they genuinely trying to save the country, or are they really just trying to save their own subscriber count? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and definitely keep a close eye on where the real motives lie the next time the word unity gets thrown around online. Thank you for watching the Daily Bullocks. Like, comment and subscribe. See you next time.
That was good.
A soldier raises his flintlock rifle. Through the smoke and chaos of the battlefield, a cavalry...
Am I risking a copyright strike? Well, the Daily Bollocks have said they don't mind me using their stuff. However, if Simon is behind the Daily Bollocks and I get a strike, at least we'll know who really does run the Daily Bollocks. Simon, funnily enough, threatened me with a copyright strike today. It's quite funny, really. It was a 2-minute clip of where he was attacking me. And I thought, well, that'll look good when I appeal. I thought, yeah, I'm reviewing his video where I do stop and talk, where he's attacking me for 2 minutes. I think I'd be justified in using that clip as evidence. We shall have to see. We shall have to see. Clarkson, I haven't watched Clarkson's Farm. My wife has. She likes it. She likes it. Clarkson. Unusual for my wife. I thought the only thing she liked was darts. But no, she likes Clarkson. She says he seems nice. Whether he is or not, I honestly don't know. They do say it's expensive in his pub, but yeah, well, what can you do? No, I didn't. Oh, Mel, I'm so glad you changed your icon back, guys. I love, if you wonder why I always show Mel's comments, it's because I love looking at her image. And where's Kirsty? I love Kirsty's image as well. You've all got the ones like GMAC here, you know, that's kind of boring, like, yeah. But let's have a look at 8 Mags. Yeah, I like 8 Mags' icon. Oh, very good, Mel. Very. No atmosphere. You've been waiting together, winning all night, haven't you, girl? Well done, you've made me laugh. I like it when we get comments that make me laugh. Hey, shut, you even made Ribeye laugh. Now that takes some doing. He's normally miserable as hell. Oh, well. Where's Kirsty? I can't find Kirsty. Kirsty, make a comment. You know, oh, there she is. I can see her. I like, come here, Kirsty. Gotcha. I caught her. No, she got away again. She's running. Too late. I got you. I just thinking about, I have great conversations with Bonnie, my great-granddaughter. I wish I could show you photographs, guys. I've shown Ribeye some of them. I think you'd agree she's beautiful. And I did tease her now she's in school because she'd come and talk to me and she'd tell me about the people in her class. And there's a kid in there, his name is Damien. And he's always in trouble. Mrs. always sending him into the quiet corner. And I said, do you like him? She said, he's nice, but he's awful naughty. So I did tease her. Know that she knows me. I say, if I pick her up from school, I just say, have you been, teacher told me you've been playing kiss chase again. You're chasing the boys and kissing them. And she, no, they did chase me. They'll be chasing her in later life because she's going to grow up to be as beautiful as her mother. You've seen her mother. She called in last night for a second, didn't she, with that Canadian girl. I haven't heard from him today. I'm wondering if I'll see her. She knows that her nan is away for a fortnight. She said she'd come and visit me, but yeah, unless she wants me to take her somewhere or she's short of a tenner. That's what grandchildren do, isn't it? Yes, yes, said that. Is he creative enough to do it? I don't know. I tell you, I've got an idea who it is, a very good idea. And I won't say. I definitely won't say. Because it's done by someone who knows what they do and an intelligent. And I know the person who's more than capable of doing that. Yeah. Okay, right. Guys, we've got to get more playlists. If you know anyone with channels who produce copyright-free music, ask them to create a playlist for us, please. Right. Let's have a look at Kev K7. This is his family. He's singing about his family, I think.
Siobhan got the keys to the steel cage. Her life's a mess, it's like a bad stage. Harry's good, she's slipping through the cracks. Lighting up at Dylan's, never looks back. Mama Lisa tries to lend a guiding hand. Siobhan's lost in a sinking quicksand. Every puff she takes, she's drifting away, ignoring the voices that beg her to stay. Downward spiral, spinning out of control. Life's a wildfire burning her soul. Kisses her dreams with the smoky haze, caught in the maze of her reckless ways. Nights at Dylan's filled with purple smoke. She thinks it's relief, but it's just a joke. Harry waits, his patience running thin. Fears he can't save the mess she's in. Locked in battles with herself deep down. Queen of chaos wears a tarnished crown. Lisa cries, her heart breaking in two, wishing her girl would see something new. Downward spiral, spinning out of control. Life's a wildfire burning her soul. Kisses her dreams with the smoky haze, caught in the maze of her reckless ways.
I was just a girl with a heart wide open.
Not that one. Back to the chat. Back to the chat. Hi, Vape Guy, how you doing? All good, you? Yeah, there's Mel. Yeah, I like the one about the pub on the moon having no atmosphere. That worked for me. That did work for me. That was a good one. The biscuits, okay. Yeah, everyone's just saying hello. All good, you then. Simon's latest video. He's having a go at Israel. I wonder if that's because I said he doesn't really talk about Zionism. He just said Zogs and Zios, doesn't he? He doesn't really write about them. Yes, it was mediocre, I'm afraid, my friend. It really was, wasn't it? Oh dear. 8 Mags is having her with a big A back. She doesn't know if she's coming or going, bless her. I don't know. Right, so we've done the dirt on Simon. I'm not going to bother to go over and see what he said about me. It's just not worth it. I never used to go over and watch Paul Thorpe either, when he used to say things. They've been quiet for a while, haven't they? Oh, and it's coming up to the UTK now, isn't it? Unite the cringe. Yeah. Gonna have to get some people on you. I hope we get that Restore Britain organiser on you tomorrow evening. I should really go check the mail, see if it's responded. I'll let you know on the 8 a.m. show tomorrow morning, for those of you about. Rupert Lowe, Nigel Farage, two different men. We saw that, didn't we? We saw that over the business of what they would do with illegal immigrants. They said they would dump them in the constituencies which had voted Green as a punishment. Collective punishment is illegal under international law. But that's not the point. Yeah, what did Rupert say? Wouldn't do that. Not fair on the people who didn't vote for the Greens. See, one is a gentleman and the other one's a bloody fraudster. Say anything, wouldn't he, Nigel? What? I can't go in the living room. Do you know I can't go in the living room? There's no furniture in there. There's a telly and a big beanbag. Last night, my wife had to watch darts, sat on the baby's beanbag because we threw out the settee in its small living room. There was a 3-seater couch in there and a 2-seater couch, which is more than enough for my wife and I. Anyhow, Maisie ruined the one, and it was time for a replacement at any rate, you know. So the guys come and took it away, but the new 3-piece suite, which is a 3 and a 2 again, isn't due for another week. She's hoping it's going to come while she's away. But last night, seeing her sat on a beanbag watching the darts was really funny. You know, she wouldn't let me take a photograph of her. She won't make me take a photograph of her. It's a pity, really. She's never liked having a photograph taken. Some people are like that. Wonder what happened to that little girl in her miniskirt. I knew. She's 12 years younger than me, for the record. I guess I was just waiting for her to grow up because we grew up in the same village. Mind you, I didn't realise all those years ago that one day we'd be together. Undermine the kingdom is good. Yeah, talking about Rupert. People saying, oh, he's a big businessman, he's a tool. Ribeye summed it up best the other day. He said the guy's 70, he's worth millions. All he cares about is his grandchildren, his children and his grandchildren. Well, that's what men do. They care about the future. I don't think sometimes some women don't realise what the purpose of men are. Purpose of men is to defend the women and children to ensure the continuation of the species. It's a nature thing. First thing you do is protect your family, immediate family. Then you protect your village, your tribe, to ensure that your genes go on, that there's a future for your kind. And they've made abortion a form of contraception, haven't they? They've persuaded young women that abortion is just another form of birth control. They don't tell them exactly what happens to a baby, a living being inside them, what is done to that living creature, how gruesome and brutal it really is. And they laugh and they giggle about it. These teachers who pump that into their heads need to be punished. They really do. They are sick and evil people. And of course, because of that, our birth rate is declining. But not in the third world. Wow. They're really going at it. So over on a black channel the other day saying Europe needs us because us Africans can pump out babies all day. And they can. But you have a look at their towns and their cities. Not very good, are they? Not very good at all. Lily Allen. Ribeye, do you want to tell Mel Squash about the song? What was the name of that singer for the BNP? He made that song. She was having a go at the BNP, Mel. Lily Allen was. She was always having a go at the BNP. So one of our boys came out with a song called A Lily is Just Pond Life. I'm going to see if I can get it. We'll take a risk on a copyright strike. And then what I'll do is I'll say I'm sorry and I'll remove it, edit it out tomorrow. Let me go see if I can find this song just for you, Mal. Over here. I'm just having a look, guys. So, talk amongst yourself. BNP. Ah, here it is. Right. Get ready for this, guys. What was this guy's name? Rabbi, I can't remember this guy. We're going to get a copyright thing for this, but so what? Joey Smith. Here you go, guys. This is what our response to Lily Allen was, Mel.
Who are you? Who do you think you are? A star because of your dad. Look at you, you think you're cool. Falling out of taxis at 3 in the morning, you're the fool. Do you think we care which color of your hair you go? Flashing underwear, and do you have to swear? Are they the only words you know? You don't know what you're talking about. Let's get the truth out. You like to think yourself as a flower. You've no political power. But let's be right. You're just pond life. A lily is just pond life. Yes, a lily is just pond life. You think that you're good. You think that you're clever. Yeah, whatever. We can see through you. Silly girl with delusions of grandeur. Daddy's friends will look after you, and the music we're forced to endure. You talk of politics like you know what you're on about. But suppose it's better than being in the press, flaunting with your movies out. You don't know what you're talking about. Let's get the truth found. You like to think yourself as a flower. You've no political power. But let's be right. You're just pond life. A lily is just pond life. Yes, a lily is just pond life. A lily is just pond This is coming out from the mix master, Joey Smith. The Sapphin is kids really look up to you. binge drinking and drugs, the all-night clubs. You're not worth the mess on my shoe. You don't know what you're talking about. Let's get the truth out. You like to think yourself as a flower. You've got no political power. But let's be right. You're just punk life. You don't know what you're talking about. Let's get the truth out. You like to think yourself as a flower. You've no political power. But let's be right. You're just punk life. But let's be right. You're just punk life. A lily is just pond life. Yes, a lily is just pond life.
Yeah. What was that blonde girl's name, Rabbi? I can't remember her name. Oh, right. Can't remember her name. Yeah, the fit one. There was a bit of a nonsense, wasn't there, later on? Wonder what happened to him. Anyhow, that was the BNP back in the day. We were doing stuff like that. There's a lot of old videos we got out there, isn't there? I'll have to dig them up one day. Yeah. Yeah, she's a nasty piece of work, Mel, that's for sure. Nasty piece of work. Yeah. It was when you said Lily Allen reminded me of the song. You never really forget stuff, do you? It's always tucked away in the back of your mind somewhere. Time. Gobsters live in 5 minutes. Okay, guys, we're going to close down in 5 minutes. Gobsters go in live, and we've been on now for an hour and a half. In a ruthless, cutthroat world, I just keep going and say, well, that's YouTube, baby. You know, but we want to be fair to each other, don't we? And we'd be back at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So when you go over, give the Gobster my love. I'm going to go over and have a listen. He cheers me up no end. Yeah, kept me sane yesterday, that's for sure. Right, so do we have time for one song? Not sure. Can't have that one. Oh, I don't know. Perhaps we don't need a song. Yeah, going on a pub crawl at any rate. Just don't have too many. English lass, you behave yourself. Told you I got a thing about girls with glasses. I got a thing about girls in general, haven't I? It's a good job I'm old and past it. I like girls with glasses. I like girls with the name Jenny. I like Mel. I love Kirsty, English lass, Lady J, BC wench. I don't have much time for the blokes though, do I? Oh, yeah. Oh, I like this guy. Girls are cute with that and girls without. Yeah, girls are cute. Always. Yeah, oh, I've had a great life. I really have. Loads of fun. Loads of fun. Okay then, guys. Time to close down. Oh, really? You must have been really naughty to get chucked out of Gobster's room. Well, be polite. It's not difficult. Yes, but the hottest are the Ulster girls. Shouldn't say that, should I? Shouldn't have said that. We used to say that. Oh, in Harry Potter, Hagrid. Shouldn't have said that. Great, now I'm bored until midnight. Oh, I got to talk to you. Kev's kindly offered to do a song for Bonnie for me. He wants me to send some images of my great-granddaughter and he'll make a video. Kev, no need to do an image of my great-granddaughter, just a little song with her name in, every now and again, Bonnie's song, whatever, about a little girl living in Wales. And she loves oxalots. She's got a big thing about oxalots. You don't know what an oxalot is? I didn't know until she came and told me. I'd heard of ocelots, but I'd never known of oxalots. Yeah, she even went to the school fancy dress, dressed as an oxalot. People didn't know, thought she was a triffhead. Okay, guys, we're going to close down now, guys. You've been listening to Paul Morris, the Green Arrow. Thank you for coming in, guys. Love to have your company. Keeps me sane. Might see a bit more of me now my wife's away. Won't make no difference. I lived in the kitchen at any rate. Okay, and thank you, Ribay. You've done a good job, as usual. And thank you, all our moderators. Lady J, I hope you sort your problems out, love. I really do. Take care. There goes Kirsty. She's making me count again. 6 hearts. Thanks, Kirsty. Good night. God bless you. That's a wrap.